Perfect.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Music Industry Insights Worldwide. Today, we've got such a lovely guest with us, Kith the Kid. Hi, Kith, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Thank you so very much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, your energy, and for your expertise as well. You grew up
Appreciate that.
in Japan. Can you tell us, like, obviously, what you do, where you're from? Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that.
Of course, absolutely. My name is Mahan.
Yeah,
I'm Iranian
yeah,
and born and bred in Iran.
yeah,
And I go by Kith the Kid. That's my stage name.
yes,
And I'm a musician, a songwriter, a composer,
yes.
and a creative creator, I'll put it. I just don't do one thing, let's say.
Yeah, you've
But
got,
mainly music, yeah, mainly music. And I just really like creating an idea that goes through different levels, let's say, and it could be more than just the beat or the song, as in like the lyrics. So I'd like to call myself as a person who does it all from 0 to 100.
love that. And obviously, that's taken you a little while to get to where you are now. Did you have a musical education? Was that a passion? How did that?
Nothing, nothing. I actually don't have any musical education. I have no clue absolutely of so many things.
Yeah,
I don't know any music theory like so many other talented friends of mine or other artists that I know.
yeah.
But I do everything from my intuition and from what I'd say that comes to me naturally when I'm releasing myself and being there in the project, let's say.
Yeah, yeah. You also taught yourself multiple languages from such a young age. How did learning English through artists like Eminem and 50 Cent help shape your identity and your sound?
Well, I'd say it was very, very crucial step for me now that I'm looking at my story from where I am today.
Yeah,
I think that well, not only learning English as I was checking out songs and
yeah,
music videos and all this hip hop songs on TV, but also actually learning how they rap and how their mouth moves because I learned their accent by that.
okay,
And the shape of my music as well actually came through the styles that they carry, like Eminem, the way that he raps, the energy that he puts, 50 Cent, the way that he makes club bangers, the pop rap energy that he brings to the swag of the song, let's say.
yeah.
So they taught me really, really how I should do my own work as well. It's a big inspiration.
Yes, I love that. And I think I find the same inspiration in loads of different
Yes,
artists, actually. You
there
know,
we go.
you have to be inspired by looking up. And I think that's what a lot of people do, like from all around the world. Music is universal, right?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah, and you obviously moved to England from the age of 19. So, when you moved over, what was it like for you? And was that difficult? And have you found it easy, especially in music? How did that
Yes.
work?
Yes, so it was a journey, all right. It was an adventure. I would do it again if it's down to me as well, because I think that shaped the person that I am today.
Yeah,
Absolutely worthy.
yeah,
It was, of course, a bit difficult because I had to leave, of course, my loved ones, family, connections, your home country
yeah.
itself. So
Yeah.
that's the really the difficult part, but I'm very, very happy that I actually made that choice. And let's say I came here to start my career officially.
Yeah,
And also I came here to be a support for, let's say, being a platform for my own people
that's
that
lovely.
their voice is not being heard as I want to today, let's say in the world. So I want to be a vessel, at least for them, and show everyone that you can also come from that part of the world and be like this.
And does your music have Iranian inspiration in it? Does it sound kind of Iranian as well?
Well, I would not say it sounds Iranian because the Iranian songs are quite particular.
Okay. Yeah.
But at the same time, the beat production has been made by an Iranian producer, and
Okay.
we all have rich musical backgrounds
Yes.
in Iran. So we hear music all the time, everywhere in Iran. Everyone is super musical and
Yeah.
super hyped about it all the time. So
Yeah.
we actually hear a lot of music growing up. So I think that in a remotely way, it's definitely floating that inspiration in our music. Maybe I cannot point it out,
Yeah.
maybe I cannot understand, but definitely it's there.
Yeah. You've also spoken about facing threats, from the Iranian government. How did that experience impact your relationship with music? and your freedom of expression.
Of course, of course. Well, as so many know, my country is not the most supportive for,
Yeah.
I mean, music, especially hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
And pardon me, let alone if you're doing it in, well, let's say a foreign language like American.
Okay.
So that was very difficult for me to actually stay active. And it is very limited how an artist can actually be active and do their activities in Iran. But I had to take the leap of faith and basically, yeah, it was definitely a necessary step for me for basically getting my music out there to the international level that I'm reaching it today.
Well done. I've kind of traveled internationally a lot, and I found some of the countries that are not as developed as, say, the Western world actually
Yes,
so more creative because I think people are driven to creation and making things and creating sounds and arts. Do you find that's the same in Iran as well?
absolutely. The
Yeah,
point that you just made was spectacular. That was absolutely true, and I think that a part of it is because we're not overstimulated with the trends.
yes,
The reason that I think personally, what I'm saying is that I think that because people have a little bit more time to be authentic,
yeah,
everything is not constantly in rotation and spinning on the trends like it is in, well, let's say most important cities in the world like London, New York, LA.
yeah.
So I'd say that because the people have that limitation,
Mhm.
they actually grow even stronger in their own way. And
Absolutely.
that's absolutely true.
And I think that's what we're lacking in the UK at the moment is it's become very middle
For
class.
sure.
There's
For
not as
sure.
many, working class people performing in music like they used to anymore. And I think, because of the expenses, there's a lot of, demonetization going on in music, especially.
Yes,
How have you
that's
managed,
super true.
survive in that environment? We've got AI, we've got, streaming, all these different things that are impacting artists, especially as they're up and coming. How did you navigate?
Yes. Well, I'd say that it's a challenge, absolutely.
Yeah.
And every day is actually a new challenge.
Hmm.
Like, for example, before they had this CD records that they used to sell and vinyls,
Yes.
and that was probably a very successful business for so many companies, individuals, and they were making a lot of bucks. But the second that it turned into like buying, let's say, not even streaming, but like vinyls went to CDs, and
Yes.
that started damaging some
Yes.
and others have to find ways to adapt to it. And I think today, with what's happening with AI in music as well, is the same. If
Yes.
you're going to go against it, there's a natural loss in it. You will lose. I think that that's the best way to say it. You have to always adapt to the world, adapt to what is actually been created and what's being added to the knowledge, to the technology.
Yes.
So you can use it in your own way to better your life. And I think that's why AI is there. We can absolutely use it to do what we do
Yeah.
10x better.
Yeah.
But there's always people that think that, they're taking their right in music. I mean, obviously, music and some
Yeah.
specific things are personally, it comes from the heart. AI can try to do it, but you still need a person to put that I want you to make the song like an Rihanna song with a beat from Take Kith, for example. You still need that person that gives the command. So I think we will never, never fade away as humans. We will always stand tall, even next to AI. And AI is always going to be a useful tool for us.
Yeah. And you've not had an education. Like, how have you learned a lot of this stuff, as you've been in the industry? Have you learned this along the way through making mistakes? How have you got a lot of this knowledge that you have now?
That's a lovely question, and what you said is absolutely true. I've had to go through a lot of wrong routes,
Yeah.
and I had to go back again and start over, and a lot of mistakes, a lot of trial and errors. But I think that's just a way to create an idea. Trial and error, creating a theory, all of these are just a part of a journey and an idea.
Yeah.
And I think that the industry, as I said, is like a new thing is updated and added every day
Yes.
from Spotify to Apple to streaming platforms to all of them to social media.
Like 100.
I think, yeah, yeah, exactly. I think that personally, I think that I was lucky as well
Yeah.
to have the opportunity to do the work that I've done with certain people and also
Wow.
get the let's say, get the numbers or get the streams. I've been very lucky to actually receive that. I never counted on that. I was solely trying to just do my best,
Dedicated.
searching on all platforms from YouTube to just the random raw Google engine, just how to gain streams, how to better yourself, this, how to do that, everything and all.
That's
And I think a combination
and
of
dedicated.
all of them
Yeah.
have brought like one, two little results, which I'm very grateful for. And
Yeah.
that's how it is. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you've got an EP featuring some major artists, which is absolutely fabulous, like Glass Malone and OG Maco. So, how did those collaborations happen, and how important are collaborations to people these days?
Absolutely. Very, very good question again. I think the collaborations are very important because the simplest way that I can say it is that when you collaborate with someone, you're literally bringing your ideas out there, and your inner self, your authenticity is brought out on the table.
Yeah.
And the other artist that works with you as well is doing the same. There's so much that you guys can do that you don't even have a clue you're able to.
Yeah.
And also, there's so much that you can learn by just seeing the perspective of another artist, learning from them and how they approach a project. What is their steps of work? Everyone has them,
Yeah.
their own way. So I think that is very, very important, and it always brings out some very hit projects. Like you never know about it. Collaborations are awesome. I always say yes to them. I always recommend people to do collaborations as well, if it only feels genuine and right, which is very important.
Absolutely. And also
And
networking,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Networking is
please,
also important, isn't it? Getting out there and meeting people from the industry, getting yourself out there and making sure that people
100%.
know who you are.
100%. I think networking is also very important in this, especially industry as well. You
Yeah.
can't just rely on having great music
No.
alone. And yeah, you cannot just rely on production. It's more about branding and the characteristic that you carry about your, let's say, the persona that is representing this music,
Yes.
which matters more. I actually think that thanks to this, ideas and branding and introducing the way that I've done it, I've actually managed to get someone like Glasses Malone and OG Maco on my project.
Oh,
Back to your previous question,
yeah.
I I actually had a great idea. And besides, of course, a budget that all these professional artists expect,
Yeah.
I think that the reason that they said yes and they wanted to get involved, it was because of my great idea. The
Congratulations.
branding was on point. I actually didn't have any numbers. I didn't have any hits. I had maybe a couple of hundred monthly listeners, maybe 100 and something, not even less than 150. It
Yeah.
was very, very, I was just like starting up. It was like two, three projects and already not much. But they believed my vision when I said that I want to make an international EP album
Oh,
that,
and you
yeah, I'm bringing it on. Yeah.
you did it as well, which is really, really good. Like obviously,
I'm very grateful for it. Yeah.
being featured twice on Spotify's Rap Caviar playlist is a huge milestone. Now, what did that recognition feel like for you? And
It was out of this world.
did that really help boost you in the right direction of where you want to go?
Absolutely. I think that it's very crucial for each artist to get that little boost from some, well, let's say I don't want to get too technical about it,
Yeah,
but I think that every artist works a lot of years to get some results.
yeah,
And I think that getting featured by such a great playlist that not only impacts your numbers and your recognition, but also gives you that faith that you're doing the right thing and you're on the right journey. Finally something great has happened.
yeah,
I think that it's very crucial for each artist to just continue what they're doing, and they never know when is they're going it's going to be their turn to get featured on Rap. I never knew. I have nobody from there that I have connections or anything like that. It
yeah,
was literally one day I woke up and I saw it, and I just think all that I was thinking all of that hard work, all of this moving from my country coming here, seeking refuge, actually, not just very easy, like how many students or how many people with expertise come here to work on something specific. It was a journey, but this all meant that it's doing well and it's on the right way. That's
oh,
how important that was for me, really, I say.
I'm so, so pleased. And how important do you think marketing is now? Because obviously being on that playlist is target marketing as well, right? It's specifically in your audience. How important is it, do you think these up and coming artists need to know about their audience and their market?
Absolutely. I think that marketing
Mhm.
is basically what 80% of your budget has to go to
Yeah,
versus 20% of your budget that is into actually creating your music, which is beat, mix and master and everything with that. That's how important is marketing today. You don't need a hit song to get it to do numbers and bring you success and prosperity.
yeah,
You just need to do actually correct marketing, not even great expensive marketing.
mhm,
I think that it's very important. Everyone has to have their own way of learning the tricks and roots around the industry and how to promote themselves, their music, and do marketing. They shouldn't be relying on just one way as well. They have to go above and beyond. This is how it should be. You gotta go to Facebook, to Spotify, to just watching how you can do better marketing, to all of the things that are available. I think that they're tools for us to use. So I think everyone has to focus on that very, very much before they invest in thinking to make a hit song. They have to actually think about they need to
yeah.
solidify their step in the marketing, and
On
then they can actually, yeah,
on the right in the right people, right? At the right people that need to hear it rather than just anyone
of course.
in it. So I think that's
Very
extremely.
well said. Very well said. Yes.
You've also created and lived across many different cultures. You know, you've been in the UK and Iran, but you've also been influenced massively by LA. So how has that influenced your sound and your storytelling and the music you bring out today?
Well, I'd say that again, as one of your first questions was about how did these major artists like Eminem and 50 Cent shaped my, like, let's say, way.
Yes.
I say that one of the reasons that I have a lot of influence from American, let's say, music
Yeah.
specifically, is because what I really listen to and grew up on is mostly American.
Same.
And yeah, exactly. I mean, west side of the world, like everyone and anywhere you are, America's been usually been dominating the household with movies,
Yeah.
with commercials, music, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, growing up, it was mostly like what I was receiving from TV and from music and everything
Mhm.
was very Americanized, and it had that vibe, let's say. And I've always stayed in touch with that. And as I'm following the trend, I think that I still receive the influences and I always try to put them on, um, let's say, my todays and my songs and what I am.
Yeah.
So I think that that would be one of the main reasons that I actually carry such an influence from America.
Yeah.
I've never been to America,
Okay.
but this that I've grew up on it, I think it's definitely played a part.
But you're putting your eyes on it, so it's through your lens now, right? Rather than through
A
America.
hundred percent.
Yeah,
A
that's.
hundred percent.
And as someone who's had to leave everything behind to pursue music, what does success sound like to you now? And has that definition changed over time?
Wow, that was a nice question. That was a very deep question as well. Um, I think that success is very defined personally,
Yeah.
and it could be the smallest thing. It
Mhm.
doesn't really need to be rap caviar. I think for me, before reaching a chart, let's say, success was I would like to happily make music without being frustrated at
Yeah.
any point and
Uh,
thinking that it's work. I just want to be happily ever after.
Amazing.
And that would be successful. For me, I would be successful.
Yeah.
But I think leaving home has taught me that, well, if I were to say it like this, it's even better. I think that when you're coming from far away, no matter where it is,
Yeah.
it could be it could be just like a country which is very close by, or where it's not your territory, basically, where it's a foreign place that you're entering.
Yeah.
No matter where it is, it's going to be difficult, but there's always beauty in where you are as well.
And those challenges as well, right? That kind of shapes the
Exactly,
person too.
exactly. This is beautiful what you just said. And the challenges that everyone, well, some people run away from is actually what you got to chase,
Yeah.
because it's only the challenges that's going to make you grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that if it was an easy journey for me, if I was very blessed with all the things that I wanted, all the musical success that I wanted, I wouldn't have been this hungry and this passionate
You're
to
appreciative.
do what I do today.
I think that's what it is, isn't it? It's like I think when you work so hard for something and you're so passionate, you're so dedicated, you know that's what you want, you're meant to do, rather than you just want to do it for the sake of doing it.
Beautifully said. Yes,
Follow your
exactly.
heart, follow your passion, follow your dreams, and don't give up. Because I think that runs through a lot of my podcast. Is so many people have so many different challenges in life that we want to highlight those. We want to platform people, but we also want to support each other along the way because it's so inspirational and empowering to other people to listen to.
Absolutely true. That's 100%. And it's very inspiring to hear others' journey, others' stories. I think that
Exactly.
that's actually
Yeah.
something that I've learned a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
you yourself, you do a lot of podcasts, and I'm sure that that's brought so much to you. And listening to people's stories and different things, it's
As
just a
well.
blessing itself. Absolutely.
I also make music myself. I've been doing loads of different bits. I songwrite, I make music, I do public speaking. I'm always in the industry,
Beautiful.
but I'm doing
Beautiful.
loads of different things, to try and diversify, but also to make sure that I'm getting out there and people know who I am. So I think that's really important. Networking is always important too.
A
So
hundred percent. No, 100%. I think that networking as the whole reason that I think that industry is about is actually networking. Nobody, as I said, wants just to the song will be a hit if people accept it. And if you're a great networker, you will
yeah,
make that happen.
and
That's how it happens.
yeah, you've got to be nice, and you've got to like people, and people have got to like you. You've got to be personal. And
100%.
so, what message do you hope your music sends to young people, especially those facing adversity, restrictions from their own countries, or even moving to a different country? What kind of message do you want to send to them through your music and from what you do?
Well, that was a lovely question.
Yeah,
I would really like them to know that it's it might be sounding easy what I'm about to say, but
yeah,
it's super true.
yeah,
I just I just want them to know to never give up,
yes,
and the people who always reach the pinnacle and the highest tiers of their own best versions
yeah.
are always the people who didn't give up no matter what was the situations. And I only hope and wish that I could only be someone, just some little person in the world, in this big world that we live in, that
Yeah.
I could be of influence in a good way to an artist, let's say back in my country, or anyone that is not an artist yet. I just want them to know that believe in yourself and do what feels natural to you
Yeah,
and never give up. And I want you to be free. Freedom is the most important thing in the world, the most important aspect in the whole world that we humans actually have, and we have to always acknowledge it.
that's beautiful. You're going to put tears in my eyes in a minute. Stop it. That's such a nice. I'm
That-
so glad you did it. Obviously, if the listeners want to find out more, connect with you, find out more about your music, Kith, how could they do that?
Well, you can I got my socials and my platforms, from streaming platforms to like a social media platform or video platforms like YouTube. All of them are under Kith the Kid, which
Yeah.
is KITH THEKID. All of them are under the same name. And please don't be shy. Hit me up. I'd like to hear your opinion. I'd like to hear your story as well. And yeah, you can find me on all platforms easily. And I'm very, very available. So please.
I'll leave all the links in the description so all of the listeners go on by, check out Kith's music, support, be a fan. That's what we want to see,
Woohoo!
you know.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what we're all about.
Lovely.
And looking ahead, what have you got coming up next? What's the next chapter saying for you? And what do you want
Amazing.
to be remembered
Yeah,
for?
amazing. This is a very exciting one. I was very, very looking forward to be asked this question. Let's go. So I got a couple of very nice projects, a little bit different styles, a new era I'm actually introducing in music. I think I'm perfecting the authenticity a little bit more and being more unique in what I do. I'm creating some, let's say, um, well, I don't even have a name for what the style is, but it's a combination of like influences from some artists like Juice World and Post Malone,
Nice.
and a little bit more country. So it's like hip hop, pop, country, rap.
No, no.
It's
That's
gonna
my
be a
favorite.
fusion of music, let's say,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be in an emotional way, very, very emotional, very explosive and melodic, heartbreaking, and very emotional songs that I want to give out. And got some very big features actually on the way as well. I got a feature with an Iranian artist
Yes.
that is named Amir Khalvat. I have a club banger song with him on the way.
Cool.
He is very, very well known in Iran, and he's also a very great artist. I really like the way that he raps.
Yeah.
Also, I got a feature on the way, which I have not announced anywhere yet, but this
Yeah.
is a work in progress with the legendary producer himself, Scott Storch.
No way. He's one
That,
of my
yeah,
favorites.
me too. Me
Yeah.
too. You should see my face when he messaged me.
Seriously, he works for some of my favorite female rappers. Oh my goodness me, he's worked with a load of my female rappers that I love. So yeah,
100%, 100%. He's been an idol for many of us, I'm sure.
yeah.
So that's a work in progress. Hopefully, it's going to be, well, I have plans for it for late 2026, but hopefully it's going to be even earlier than that, let's say.
Fingers crossed. I hope this all goes
Fingers crossed.
well for you. It's super amazing. And I just want to say again, thank you ever so much for your energy, your vibes, your passion, your dedication, but just your raw honesty and your openness with our listeners, because it's really easy to tell that you're supposed to be doing what you do. And we wish you all the best.
Bless you, Saskia. Thank you so very much for having me. Again, it was a pleasure and an honor. I was so, so happy to be invited to this podcast and looking forward to always share blessings and energies and around the world. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you again. Speak again soon.
Very kind of you. Have a good rest of the day. Speak
And
soon.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.